Hi, I'm Sean Murphy, Director of Sales for Freight Rover. We've spoken to over 1,300 small fleets this year and fielded a ton of questions about factoring. And what I've realized is there are a lot of misconceptions out there. So what I'm here to do today is to bust the top 5 myths about factoring. Let's get started. Myth number 1, factoring costs too much. Trucking companies have a lot of options when it comes to financing their business, factoring being one of them. But you should really look into every option that's available out there to you to see what makes the most sense for your business. Is that going to be a loan? Is that going to be a line of credit? Is that going to be factoring? Factoring often proves to be the lowest cost. I hear a lot of carriers say, well, I take quick pay. I don't need a factoring program. And in some cases that's true. But if you're a small business, sometimes you can't pay the 5 to 7% and sit around and wait for your funds. Factoring provides quicker access to your money at a lower rate than most quick pay programs. Factoring is far less expensive than what it would cost you as a small business owner to hire someone and pay them a salary to handle your accounts receivable and all of your collections. Factoring is an inexpensive way to put more money in your pocket quicker. Myth number 2, I've got bad credit. I'm not able to factor with anyone. Now this is one of the things we've heard so much in our conversations with fleets around the country. The fact of the matter is that factoring companies, at least Freight Rover, we care about the credit worthiness of the debtors that you're working with. And by that I mean your shippers, your brokers, your 3PLs, the people that you're actually hauling freight for. That's the people whose credit worthiness we're concerned with, not yours as the carrier. As a matter of fact, people who have had credit challenges in the past actually prefer factoring as opposed to traditional financing. Myth number 3, the only fleets that use factoring are in financial trouble or don't know how to run a business. Factoring can be a great resource for businesses of all types, regardless of their financial status. It's especially useful for startup trucking companies who don't have extra money laying around and can't afford to wait the 25 to 30 days that it takes for their debtors to pay them back. Factoring provides financial support that's necessary to grow your business. Fleets can use that extra cash to handle any unforeseen expenses, whether you need to purchase new equipment, handle a repair, or anything else that happens along the way. It's trucking, and as we all know, anything can happen at any time. Myth number 4, if I start factoring, I'll never be able to get out. Factoring companies work hard to earn your business, and they work equally as hard to retain your business. But you can typically cancel based on the terms of your contract. With Freight Rover, for example, if we aren't holding up our end of the agreement, you can send us a 30-day written notice and you're out of the agreement. There's no early termination fee, so we want to make it easy for you to get out if we're not doing our part. Myth number 5, you factoring companies are all the same. If you've ever heard the phrase, don't let one bad apple spoil the whole bunch, that applies in this situation. Some factors charge invoice processing fees, ACH deposit fees, wire transfer fees, etc. My advice is to do your research and find out what you're really going to be getting out of your factoring company. If you're interested in a simple, straightforward factoring partner, check out Freight Rover. No myths, not fiction, just money in your pocket to keep your business moving.